Supporters, welcome back to my channel. Listen, it is no surprise by now that Grande, is a little bit of a disappointment. For me particularly, because when she first came out with her singing, I first heard her sing when she did the White House when Barack Obama was president, and she was paying tribute to somebody. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Whitney Houston, actually. And I just thought it was so wonderful that we had a young pop girly who could actually truly sing, like sing. And just everything that she's become afterwards has been so disappointing. In fact, prior to that, I knew her from the donut licking I Hate Americans incident. So I knew she wasn't that great, but I really thought that she was going to be on the up and up and to redeem her image. But unfortunately, she seems determined to make a fool of herself at every turn, right? So again, donut licking incident. Then she went on to be the mistress in several relationships, including a marriage that involved a newborn child, like just ick all the way around. And so as if that wasn't bad enough, she recently did some sort of an interview in which she claimed that a child asked her, the classic dinner party question, which is, if you could have any dream dinner party guest, dead or alive, at your table, who would you like to invite? Well, ignorant Anna decided to say that her dream dinner party guest was Jeffrey Dahmer, a prolific serial author, you guys, also known as the Milwaukee Cannibal or the Milwaukee Monster. He has so many victims, you guys, of torture, of offing, all sorts of terrible things. I'm talking 17 men and boys. And she's just over here tee-hee-heeing like, oh, this is my dream dinner party guest. Aren't I edgy? Aren't I cool? Anyway, take a look at the video and then we'll talk about how just ridiculous and damaging this is and how heartless it is to make light of such a situation and such a person. 17 victims, you guys, that were ended by this man. Let's go.
Years ago, before the Dahmer series, before it was in
and please take note of this voice, this fake voice that she's been using.
A Q&A with fans, with young fans. It was young fans at the time. It was I think it was in between like me being cat and pop stuff. So it was a younger group. Okay. But it was with a parent. Someone said, if you could have dinner with anyone living or dead, who would it be? And I was like, oh, you're so cute. Who, Mom and Dad, is it okay if I give the real answer? And they were like, sure, I guess. What's the answer? And I was like, I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer's pretty fascinating. I think I would have loved to have met him. Maybe with a third party or something involved. But I have questions. I have a lot to, I don't know. I would love to. And the parents were like, we'll explain it later, sweetheart. And I was like, so I'll just sing problem and go home.
So I imagine that child that she spoke to probably went home, researched Jeffrey Dahmer, because you're wondering, who is it? This is my idol, Ariana Grande. Maybe Jeffrey Dahmer was like a 60s celebrity, a 70s, 80s, from a generation that I don't know. And then they go and find out all of these things that they are too young to know about, because this bird brain idiot decided to tell a child that this is who she wanted to have as a dinner party guest. So again, let's get into Jeffrey Dahmer and the fact that he offed 17 men and boys, the fact that he targeted primarily men of color, the fact that he would do terrible things to them before, putting them out of their misery. And, even after, their souls had left their body, what did he do? He still continued to do very disturbing things with their bodies. It's not a joke, this thing, and this is what I always say when it comes to the true crime genre. I feel like it's rotted a lot of people's brains. It's really gotten a lot of people to be so unempathetic, so cold to the suffering that people went through at the hands of terrible, evil people like Jeffrey Dahmer. The families of all of his victims are still to this day touched by everything it is that he did. And she's out here making light of it all. This is her dream dinner party guest. It's trendy. It's really weird. It's really tasteless. And I really hate that she did this. But again, Ariana has proven herself time and time again to be a very ignorant, very unempathetic person, so I'm just not surprised, but I am nonetheless disgusted by her statement, and especially the fact that she said it to a child. Children are curious. Children will go online and look up what you mentioned to them, Ariana. So I'm sure that this child went and then, saw this stuff that she was much too young to see and to be exposed to. So like for her as an adult, she should have had the wherewithal to give, you know, even if you are sick and twisted enough that this is your dream dinner party guest, you as an adult should have the wherewithal to say something that is palatable to a child and appropriate for a child. You should have said Mariah Carey. You should have said Whitney Houston. You should have said Britney Spears. You know, you should have said anything but that. You know, like it's just so weird. It really, really is. I don't understand this edgelord thing that she truly is into, but I digress. And I have to admit, and I'm really disappointed in this because I used to love her music, but ever since her most recent thing, when she got with SpongeBob while he was with his wife and she was still with her husband and stuff, I've just had enough. I've had enough. Like, I really don't like women like this who hurt other women like this, who are selfish when it comes to other women, who put men above all. So I have not been able to listen to her music since. And the fact that she released not one, but 2 songs taunting the ex-wife, like Yes and Now the Boy Is Mine, all that over, hang on, let me find over this guy, Ethan Slater. Like, girl, I just can't with this woman. I truly, truly can't. Anyway, guys, let me know what you thought about this soundbite in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.